What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have some NFL free agency updates with the NFC North, but also with the Detroit Lions, who are in the NFC North. So let's get it started.
I got to shout out DoseOfDion, man, because it was actually the first time I went live on YouTube. And, guys don't know DoseOfDion. He put out a lot of good content for the Detroit Lions.
Welcome, everybody, to another video. Glad you guys are here. And yes, we have some Lions and NFL free agency news. Now, it's very difficult to keep up with free agency, personally, in my opinion, with all the moves that are making, all the cuts, signings, trades, things like that. So I was trying to put together, like, a table of the moves that each divisional team has made so far. It's taken me forever. So I may have that at some point. I don't know. But I do know some of the main moves that other teams in the NFC North have made and, guys that they're kind of targeting, things like that. So we'll discuss that a little bit in today's video. But I first want to start off with this. Marvin Jones Jr. Whoa, man, I love me some Marvin Jones Jr. He has decided where he's going to sign. Fortunately, he's not back with the Detroit Lions, which was kind of expected, but he did sign with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, this one kind of caught me off guard. I thought he was going to be a Ram, but no, he went to Jacksonville. So he joins the Jacksonville Jaguars on a 2-year, up to $14.5 million deal. So probably incentives, and I don't know how they said it. Like, we don't know the details, but that's what we know. That's not that expensive, I don't think, personally, for Marvin Jones. I think 2 years is a fair deal to give him, considering his age. But this guy can be a number one receiver. We saw that, when Galladay was down for whatever reason. This guy can play number one receiver. Marvin's a baller. The guy doesn't drop the ball. He only has 7 drops in, the last 2 seasons. Marvin's that dude. So I think this is really nice for Jacksonville, but I think it's also kind of cool that he's going to join Darrell Bevell. And Jamal Agnew signed yesterday with Jacksonville. And honestly, Jamal Agnew had a 3-year, $21 million deal. So that was a pretty big deal. Honestly, probably a big reason that Marvin Jones decided to go to Jacksonville is just because the offense he's going to get playing. Darrell Bevell's going to take shots. I mean, at least that's what we've seen, right? He's going to run the ball, play action. He likes to push the ball down the field. And that's what Marvin Jones likes to do. Marvin Jones likes to get down the field, make big plays, and he knows he's going to get an opportunity with Darrell. I don't know exactly what it's going to look like in LA. I thought it'd kind of be like that because Stafford's not there. That's not really how McVay did things necessarily with Jared Goff, but with a different quarterback, it could change. Either way, regardless, he decided to go with the familiar offensive coordinator, and I think it's kind of cool. They're going back to Jacksonville. They got a lot of money to spend, and Jacksonville might be a fun team to watch next season. I'm just saying. They got some former Lions brewing over there in Jacksonville, so I see you. I thought the Rams would get him, but no. Decided to go to Jacksonville. So, wow. All right, Marvin. Hey, well, congratulations, Marvin. We wish you the best of luck. It is sad that you're not going to be here because, I mean, I kind of already, have myself emotionally ready for you not to be here next season. So I'm not, too shocked by this. But it's a little upsetting. Marvin was a baller. Marvin was a beast. Hold up. Let's just stop it. Let's stop it. Stop the games. Marvin was that dude, man. Oh, my goodness. Marvin was that dude. I missed me some Marvin Jones. And then people are asking, hey, do you think I could get Galladay back? It's going to be very, very unlikely the Lions get Galladay back. But I'm not going to say it's impossible because, hey, I've seen a lot of crazy things happen this offseason with the salary cap. So you never know. It's still available. It's still out there on the table. You never really know. But Marvin Jones, man, I wish you the best of luck. It does hurt that you're going to be in a different jersey. But I think it's cool that you're joining back up with Darrell Bevell and Jamal Agnew. So good luck over there in Jacksonville with probably Trevor Lawrence. That's what it's looking like. Now, we got some other updates that we have to touch on. And my initial reaction to this one was like, ooh. I said, ooh. The Chicago Bears have signed a quarterback. Now, this quarterback is someone that was in the NFC East last season. Do you know who it is? It's Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton has signed with the Chicago Bears on a 1-year, $10 million deal with potentially $3 more million incentives. So, yeah, Andy Dalton's a Chicago Bear. Now, my initial thought is, oh, wait, so they're not going to get Russell Wilson? Which is good. I was hyped. I'm like, okay, you don't need Russell Wilson. I mean, yeah, golf is better, but I'd rather you have Andy Dalton. But apparently this came from Adam Schefter saying that the Chicago Bears made an extremely aggressive push to go try to bring in Russell Wilson, try to make that trade. But the Seattle Seahawks were like, nah, we ain't trading Russell Wilson. So they decided, let's go get Andy Dalton. Now, I can't even roast him, honestly. It's tough. That's rough. It's good for us. I ain't going to roast him, no. I ain't going to laugh because we've lost some of my favorite players this offseason, too. So I feel your pain a little bit. You thought you were going to get something, but who knows? Are they going to be aggressive now to try to get Deshaun? I don't think Deshaun's going to be traded. But with this signing to a 1-year big deal for Tyrod Taylor, they may be willing if you give them a big enough deal. And the Bears might be able to do that. The Bears might be willing to do that. We've seen them do it with guys like Khalil Mack. So I'm just saying, if they're really desperate, they want to make it happen. Deshaun Watson? I hope not. No, keep Andy. Andy's a good player. He's a good player. Rock with Andy Dalton. Tyrod Taylor, who I thought the Lions could target from the backup position. I wasn't sure how much it was cost. Maybe like $6 million, something like that. No. This dude took a 1 year, $12 million deal. This guy got paid more than Andy Dalton. Without the incentives, he got paid more than Andy Dalton for 1 year. He's going to be a Houston Texan. So Tyrod Taylor goes to the Houston Texans, and we know everything's going on with Deshaun there. I've heard it's like a security blanket in case they have to trade Deshaun, or I don't think you have to trade him, but unless they want to trade him because Deshaun doesn't play or something. I don't know. It just seems kind of interesting that they would give him that much money for one season. So we'll see, but it does sound like a security blanket because it is only a 1 year deal. Wow, that's a lot more. I didn't think he'd get that much money. I did not think he'd get $12 million. But, hey, congratulations, Tyrod, man. Go get that bag. So Tyrod will not be a backup Lion. Sure, what the Lions are going to do at the backup position, I think someone had a good idea to waiting until after his draft. That could be something the Lions plan to do. I could definitely see that. So those are a couple of the major moves. Also, an update on one of the contracts that we gave out yesterday to Jalen Reese-Maybin. Remember, it was $2.3 million? Well, because of how the new CBA is set up, and because he's, a fifth-year player that's on an expiring contract, because how the CBA is set up, the Lions kind of did a little loophole here. So as they are giving him $2.3 million for this season and it's guaranteed, it only counts towards the cap hit as $1.127 million. What? Mike, are you kidding me? Mike is a legend. Mike, what? I was like, how? How did he figure? I don't know. I would be lost, okay? We need a Mike Disner in our life, okay? Because he's out here killing it, man. Getting basically Jalen Reese-Maybin for $1.12 million, which is just outstanding for next season. So that's pretty awesome, the way that he kind of used the new CBA rules to make that thing happen. Now, a couple of updates on some other teams that I thought I would touch on the NFC North, because that's all we got for the Detroit Lions. First off, like we talked about, Andy Dalton to the Chicago Bears. Anthony Miller, the receiver for the Chicago Bears, is on the trade block. Now, we know they tagged Allen Robinson. Anthony Miller, their other receiver, he is on the trade block currently, and teams are, showing interest in him. But they're currently interested in getting Trent Williams at the tackle position. So they've shown interest in Trent Williams. I've heard the 49ers making a strong push to keep him around, but they are showing interest in trying to land Trent Williams to land with the Chicago Bears. The Bears have done things like re-signing their kicker, bringing back their punter, a couple small moves, things like that. Onto the Vikings, they made a big signing. I think this was today. It was Dalvin Tomlinson, the defensive tackle, who signed 2 years, $22 million. Now, he's going to join Michael Pierce, who we didn't see last season because he opted out. So Mike Zimmer, He's got some really good players now on that defensive line. Michael Pierce, you could have Dalvin Tomlinson, you got some pass rushers. However, not everything's all beautiful in Minnesota, because Daniel Hunter, okay, this is what I read, this is the rumor on Daniel Hunter right now, is that he wants to either be the highest paid pass rusher or he wants to be traded. That's what I'm hearing. So he's disgruntled. He's like, I want to be the highest paid or I want to be traded. It's like, oh, snap, for real? You're going to bring this up in this kind of year, Hunter? For real? That's how you're going to do us? So everything may not be all beautiful in Minnesota right now, but they have shown apparently interest, and apparently they made offers on Everson Griffin and Carl Lawson. Lawson signed with the New York Jets. So maybe Everson Griffin. I think Everson Griffin will probably be back in Minnesota, which kind of stinks. Hey, Everson, you can always come back here. I mean, if you want. Like, I'm just saying, hey, if you want to. The door's open. You don't have to go to Minnesota. If you enjoyed your time, come bite some kneecaps next season. But yeah, that's kind of the main news that we have over there. Apparently, they're also looking to restructure guys like Adam Thielen, Anthony Barr. That's kind of the main news. They made some small signs like Nick Virgil, for linebacker depth. But nothing really else major on that side except for Dalvin Tomlinson. So they're trying to beef up that defense, which Mike Zimmer called the worst he's had, I think, last season. So that's rough. And then we have the Green Bay Packers. Now, one of their older cornerbacks, he retired, Tremont Williams. I guess he was 38 years old. So congratulations to Williams there. Now, we know they made the big re-signing. Their big re-signing was bringing back Aaron Jones. Jamal Williams, their backup running back, hits free agency. I didn't know if they get the deal done. They were working on it. They said they were trying really hard to get the deal done, and they did. They gave him a 4-year huge deal. So sometimes don't always work out the best, but Aaron Jones has been really good for a while now. So they're going to lock him up through 2024. That's a good piece for them offensively to keep around. And that's kind of like the only main move we have from the Green Bay Packers. I mean, we got some other little stuff going on. Like they brought a couple of guys back, like Alan Lazard, Robert Tonyan. They put a second-round tender on him. Malik Taylor. Guys that have left. Christian Kirksey, actually, the linebacker, has left. Christian Kirksey's out. Corey Linsley, the center, he went to the LA Chargers. He's going to join Brian Bulaga over there in LA. So not a lot of huge things going on over there, but I have heard they're interested in adding some more defensive linemen and cornerback help because they're probably going to lose Kevin King. So they're looking at defensive linemen and cornerbacks. And yeah, I mean, I guess that's kind of the major updates around the NFC North. For the Lions, it's just Marvin Jones Jr. He's heading off to Jacksonville. What happens with Galladay? There's some names to keep an eye on. Nick Bawden, like I touched on, I think Nick Bawden could be a cut very soon. Also, keep an eye out for the Lions with Matt Prater. If they want to make a decision on Matt Prater, that could happen soon. Unless they're going to rock with Matthew Wright, who's on the futures contract. They could. Or special teams guy like Miles Killebrew, guys like that. So we'll see what happens. But those are some of your major updates as of now. We may do a video later on where we kind of go through all the moves and try to update it all. But that's what I got. Let me know your thoughts, comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.